more games before we are done for the day, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, again, this is a team where they still have the level 10 helmet and level 10 vest. How are you going to stop Aerowolf here? They have a gap, but their gap is still not unbeatable. They still can be taken over on the overall charts, but we need to wait and see here. Will that happen? Will that begin in Sandhawk? Sandhawk, let's go.
Well, we have to wait because even in one will this be a cow or hearted circle? I'm not sure, but high possibility it will be the Heartin Bridge Circle, possibly even Paradise Resort there. We've seen this many times of circle where Paradise Resort kind of being favored by the last few circles. Now, speaking of Aerowolf, again, they can be taken down in one single match if one team can get a double-digit kill plus good position points or even a chicken dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Anything could really happen. But I was just looking at Aerowolf's drop point as well. It's a interesting split. They were on the Hatin Island, but they kind of split out quite far. But let's look over to Team Secret versus Xavier. We have seen this again. The Paradise Resort is really a spot that these two teams like to go ahead with each other. So are they going to repeat again? Well, we need to wait and see. The last time nobody really won because Team Secret actually disengaged, and looks like they are interested to disengage again this time.
Yep. But we have no clue. Maybe they're trying to rotate the other way around because it seems like they got themselves quite decent amount of gears. But level 1 on Mod Toy, so he's not happy with what he has. Boss Gaming taking on Power 888 there. Seems like they are sharing the same place just now because usually Power 888 would drop by Cow and Boss Gaming just on the fork or underneath Paradise Resort. Seems like they changed the drop spot one of these teams. And Box Gaming suffering these consequences. PW888 maybe because of a circle dropped themselves a bit different from where they should be, and that will change, and the ripple will actually make a huge tsunami throughout the whole game.
Oh yeah, definitely. And this is starting to happen right now because they want to block each other. But then again, we can see here one side getting the first knockdown here onto TT, and one side will definitely finish TT off. I don't think his buddies are around to actually help him. So one side, there you go. First blood goes to him.
Oh, well, YG, the rest of the teams are nowhere to be seen. Maybe because they are in camp rival, except for one side who always be the scout for the team, apparently taking advantage for himself to get extra kill at a point. I say that's literally hitting tubers with one stone. While Box Gaming scouting out for the rest of the team, they are trying to get apart as possible, everybody marking their own territories, but Paradise Resort is not a rest yet. Team Secret still try to find a loophole to fight against Xavier.
Yes, Team Secret, they have been surrounding here, but pretty interesting. They managed to get decent loot here. You can see Yuhai with the M4 with level 2 helmets and vests, and also a bunch of other stuff as well, utilities. So I'm quite surprised to see actually they are pretty decently looted up. But maybe that's just Yuhai. Maybe they just give it to him because he's the entry fragger. But for the rest of them, not too sure. But so far, actually not too bad.
Well, it's the silence or the quiet before the storm. Not too bad. I'm scared if we say that we will jinx the players. But speaking of iconic Philippines, they're marching up towards the northern side Paradise Resort nearby as well. Usually they drop on the outskirts of Quarry, but they might change it for today last two games. Team Secret Jin got themselves back-to-back chicken dinner, but being halted their hat-trick by Yudigang just now. Will they try to put one more in the bag? Team Secret Jin is one of the team they should be looking out for because this team can make a huge leap of faith when it comes to overall standing. Straight back-to-back game to win the chicken dinner, plus making a huge difference from day 1 to day 2. 13th placement at day 1, jumping up to top 3 now.
Oh, it is amazing. It is amazing what they achieve in just a couple of games into this. Can they be consistent? Because, yeah, everyone's jumping, clapping, and being happy that they get third spot. But if they overconfident, if they got themselves overconfident, and they could probably lose this. So Okay, we need to wait and see. Let's give them a couple more games, at least to the end of the day. Then we can kind of have a little bit of a prediction of what happens tomorrow. Now, remind everyone again, we have seen it in PMPL Thailand that they have done the warm up and then they do a comeback at the later phase of their league. So, could this be that again?
No, that was the scariest part for some of his teams. They never gave up, and that's what keep them fighting. They know what they are doing. Some of them want to lay low first couple of days and just non-stop getting good kills, good points, positions for the final few days. Aura, Wolf, Super Una will be the scout here, making sure they will try to be the Marines. Aura will be scouted upon. Will they be the first team to be fished out again? Just now they got back sent into the lobby, first team to be out, but Una didn't actually spot them out just yet, and they are actually been swimming in the blue.
Oh yeah, actually, oh man, they could have just fished them out. Plus, it's the first zone, and they have a bite. If only they know the aura are there, then they could have gotten 4 free kills for themselves. But okay, so it's lucky for Aura that Aero actually disengaged, and Aero, they seem to be the team that they like to focus on rotations a lot. If you notice that whenever they meet other teams, they don't really engage before the later stages of the game. And like what you mentioned, and I think it's a really, really good point, they like to go for third party. They don't take those fights themselves. Just like how we see BTR, it's a total opposite.
Yep, that's a beautiful thing about PUBG Mobile. You can play whatever you need to, tailored, customized towards your playstyle and your team synergy. But on the side of ASTP, they'll be in ruins, moving from Tambang. Arrow Wolf, they are dropping around Camp Alpha, which will be tailed by Aura from the back. Team Secret Jin will fight against Arrow again this time. It's not the first. Many times they have been rivals, but Paradise Resort, way too many circles in here. And apparently this is going to be one of those circles again. And possibly will be shifted to a bit on the southern side if they want to. Never been. We're looking at Paradise Resort on top of it, but Zaxi! He marched, he bows down. In Doten, making sure Ryzen will goes down as well. 4th row. This is really bad for Bigatron. They are fighting Microboy left.
Could
my
they do
goodness.
it? Michael, oh my goodness. Iconic PH. They eliminated the double world champions, Bigatron Red Aliens. My goodness, you don't see that very often. I have to give a clap here to Iconic PH. What a great play there from the Manchester Secure that wipeout of Bigatron Red Aliens.
That was a minor mistake causing the whole team to get wiped out straight away. The scout didn't actually spot it out the position of the team, and all 4 of them moving forward at the same time caught themselves in a trap. But back on the other teams, T Sim Jin now start a fight against Arrow Wolf. We predicted this to happen, but now, whoa! Kangzo perfect nade on top of Hazelnut just now. But still managed to knock down on GZ for Hazelnut. Kangzo trying to fire it upon on top of this roof. He got himself quite a field of vision here. Paramount for the team for him to be standing in the front line.
Oh, but there you go. Hazelnuts, can he be saved by his buddy there? Spoff, who's watching. Super Una have been taken out by Kingzo, but I guess he could probably save his buddy. He's calculating the risk right here. The smoke has been popped out by Secret Jin, so they know that somebody is still there. Nevertheless, Kingzo is still on top of the roof, still keeping eyes on the Hazelnuts. Man, I think Spoff should just let Hazelnuts go. If he goes for it, Kingzo can easily take him out. But then again, now that also means that Arrow Wolf is vulnerable.
That's very true. That's very true. The moment you know where their loophole is, they will take advantage of it. For Aura, they're marching forward. Steve hugging around the corners, and it's the blue ticking in a bit by bit. PW8 charged by SMG6, charging and flushing, but will they get flushed? Instead, there's gonna be a failed mission. Screaming retreat, Tricks, and the rest of the teams are a bit late coming in for the flush, and now it costs them heavily. That toll they have been paying daily, costing them 2 members down, but they're not done. They want to fight more.
Yeah, they want more. I'm surprised they didn't want to go in for this, and now Bart opens up the doors. But then again, PW888, they are still inside. Trixie tosses out the nade from the other angle, and now they will counter toss the nade as well. And now Bart looks like he's going to go for 2v1. Bart gets one, but Bart has been knocked down instead. Now Trixie, now he's down to the captain's performance. Can he actually pull it off? AK in hand, and this time, but it looks like he'll take a breather. He will help his buddy Bart up first.
Oh no!
But no, he cancels
it.
it.
He cancelled it. He cancelled it. He heard the footstep of Ice, but he need to charge in. Ice is lower than he is, and now Ice is coming in. Oh no! 1 second too late, SMG. That's a blunder for them. PW888 holding out that strong. They got 2v2 just now. Sacrificed both team members. SMG could stand down, but they were taking all the risks they can get to wipe off, and they got too greedy.
Should they have not gone for it? I sense that they should have gone for it. I sense that for Trixie and Bart, they should have let them go. It was too risky of a play, and that's what happened at the other day. Yes, high risk, high reward, but it actually went to a risk.
That's very true. They were a bit late when it comes to giving extra hand for the support the moment they rush in, but some things cannot be undone. It's done for SMG for game number 4 today. Aura Steve here, on the other hand, having a free kill. The ones that actually swimming, Team Secret Gen, gatekeeping whoever tried to cross around this river, but Jaden will not be taking that bait. He will try to fight first, making sure the gatekeepers will be taken down. On the side of Gate Fam, they're trying to play the lower ground versus Xavier.
Yeah, they're trying to play the lower ground versus Xavier, and now Gig Fam looks like they need to find a way past Xavier, and now Rabis taking a couple of shots there, 50% health left, and now Gig Fam, look at this, they're trying to go for the flank there, but no, that nade almost got it onto Kilby, but Kilby managed to avoid that, and now Xavier is still standing strong on the high ground.
And now Gig Fam marching in bit by bit, approaching this very meticulously. Choco Jr. and Nooster Rabies says the rest of Gig Fam is around the corner. They need to keep this vision, this angle pressured, making sure they cannot breach in Paradise Resort. And Gig Fam, they try their best to get their angles differently, but it's not easy as we thought it would be. Xavier also versus Team Secret before. I'm not sure where are the rest of Team Secret just now, but it's going to be Gig Fam will be their main rival for Xavier.
And there you go, Rabbit still has the high ground here, and they're still putting a lot of pressure on the Gig Fam. Gig Fam, they are outside the zone, and at this moment, the zone is going to close onto them. And look at this, Rex managed to finish off Lord for Yangon Galacticos.
Where did they fight? They are going to Camp Bravo possibly, or down south of Paradise Resort. Apparently around Top Mark is where everything happened. It's going up instead of going down. Maybe the circle actually on the northern side here of Paradise Resort. YG 1 second. They are a bit upset losing Lord just now, but Team Secret trying to corner every single way possible around Top Mark. They have a lot of consolidation of buildings to work with. Xavier still trying to take a fight against Gig Fam. They will not give up Paradise Resort. They do know this is still inside of the circle, but Top Mark is actually at the edge of circle still. So those 4 teams right now, Team Secret, Xavier, and also YG and Gig Fam, all these 4 teams already inside, placing themselves, including Iconic Philippines.
Oh, very interesting that Geek Fan, they choose to rotate to another angle. But unfortunately, the route that they choose to rotate now have Iconic PH and an entire compound. Oh my goodness, and the zone will start to burn. Geek Fan and now Iconic PH, they are tossing out the utilities, tossing out the nades onto the side of Geek Fan. Now Geek Fan will find it really, really difficult to march forward. But the next circle, as kind of predicted, they will move away from these teams, and both of these teams need to fight before they go on to the next circle.
That's a dangerous game played by Blanks, because if he stays there, that's a straight line of vision in the line of sight of Gig Fam to toss any grenades or even shoot them down straight away with a spray. Random one snipes, knocked down first. Saying Micro Uzi trying to go from the front side, but Iconic feels it. No, it's a hunch for them. They straight away reposition themselves, solidifying the roster behind the buildings. But behind them, it's not over. We have one more team marching in. All-Star Team Puyet will have to take in the fight too. So they got cram up between here. ASTP making sure they sandwich Icon between Gig Fam. So Icon, they have to focus on one team at a time. Ranked shot down on blanks. While they are tanking the blue, burning them bit by bit. They need to get out, but they need to cut across Iconic.
They need to cut across Iconic, but how are they going to do this? They're starting to create a smoke bridge here, but now we're moving over to Iconic versus Gig Fam. But look at this, Gig Fam. Sane managed to take down Indo 10, and now Snipes have been taken out by the blue zone as well. There's a lot of pressure here coming from the blue zone. Sane has the high ground, but can he help his buddies out to get into the zone? Right now, the zone is actually pressuring Iconic PH and Gig Fam. Somehow, they managed to find a way to actually make that rotation out from the blue zone.
That's a miracle play coming from Gig Fam. Ingenious at this point. They were kind of struggling with the blue burning, but the one that's really struggled is actually Iconic Philippines. They stuck there, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. ASTP same goes for them. And Gig Fam, they tried to avoid the blue as much as possible. Team Secret Jin plays himself at 14. What just happened in the middle of the pack here? We're missing so many fights because there are only 13 teams alive, 41 players. Not all the teams have 4 members. RRQ start a fight again as ASTP, who was struggling so much, being fight into the blue, but now got bowed down into the lobby with RRQ securing themselves one more kill.
Oh, but it's not done yet for RRQ. Athena, Box Gaming, just in front of them. Yudugan looks like they managed to take a kill. Drax managed to kill off one sack. And Damrul have been taken over by iShot. Gilby as well from Gigman being taken over by iShot. Now UI will finish up the job there. Saying this last man standing here for Gig Fam. Can they actually pull off a miracle here? Because, oh my goodness, the blue zone is also pressuring him. And he needs to cross the road. And right in front of him is Team Secret, and now Team Secret has eyes onto Iconic Philippines. More kills that can come in for Team Secret.
It's a restless game for the players. The moment you thought you were winning, there's another team, another fish to actually bite you in the back. Been eaten out alive. That's what happened to Gig Fam. The moment they let their guard down, Team Secret coming crawling in from behind. Now RRQ holding towards this warehouse, trying to spray down on Aura, knock one down, but it's not enough. Savior try to finish off the rest of Iconic Philippines outside of a circle, but we're focusing more towards the warehouse right now. YG charged by Savior from Tatmok. Savior has been surviving all this while fighting so many teams in between, but still managed to wipe one more team in their hands.
Oh, absolutely. And now Matoy, we don't see this very often. Matoy with the VSS now taps it onto the other side, but can he finish up the job? Okay, so looks like he has been killed still away by the other side of Xavier. And now Rex looks like he'll relocate the sun. Now we move on to Aura. Looks like Aura right in front of him. Have a couple of other teams that you need to fend off, Box Gaming notably, but then again, they have a compound and they are in the zone. Aura. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so tough for them to actually move into the safe zone.
Aura will force to actually sacrifice Jaden. Too much of a blue zone takes away their life fifth face right now. While Box Gaming holding on to this warehouse as a very solid fortress for now. The ones that are coming in here will have to suffer the consequences. Chopper coming in, but he got knocked down. Overpeaking that PMI, tossing out the nade. The fire has spoken. RRQ moving in forward. And now we have also Team Secret on the high ground, actually witnessing what's happened. Yudu Gang taking on Savior. VGM fighting against Aura. Everywhere is just war zone right now.
Oh, it's just a war zone right now. Looks like Xavier will bow out at 12th place. And now RRQ Athena, it's their turn to move. They need to move in further and further, but that also means that they need to fight off Box Gaming, whom they have a standoff since before. Roses is somehow still alive, but how long can he stand here? He's playing the healing game, but he managed to move into the safe zone. But his neighbors, Box Gaming, Chopper, may take him out.
Bit of accidents here by Drax, who bombarded their own teammate Mamparang towards the ground. Maybe a mishandling of the grenade just now. Slip of hands, possibly. RQ taking covers with all this woods. YG taking on Jumper. Seems like that accident kind of take a toll on the side of Yudu gang. YG finish off by Drax. Not missing any bullets there. Perfect execution, but not enough to save the whole team. While RRQ fending this off, making sure Team Secret deny entrance here. Making it hard for all the other players to march into the circle.
Oh, D2E now with the last tick of his health. Somehow he still managed to survive there. Now G9 will come for another angle. D2E will need time to recover himself. He cover fire coming out from Beer onto the side of Saint, and Saint will be out. Gig Fam will be waiting in the lobby for the next round at 10th place.
Ended up the circle at Tagmok around this wood factory. Not a pretty place to be with, and not an easy task to actually stay survive here. And now 8th place PWT per 8. We're looking at Yudu, who's fighting against the blue. Will they play the healing game? I'm not sure if they can hold on to last couple of seconds of the last phase with what he has for Drax. He needs to move no matter what. The circle is not that far, but VGM gatekeeping them. Same goes for RRQ. The place almost seems like impossible to march himself into the circle. I can't finish off by VGM on that side. That's a very far-fetched kill there, if you ask me.
That's actually quite a far kill there. Oh my goodness. Man, the level of these players are playing at is just the next level. We always say that. And now, I don't think Drax, he will be able to do anything else other than just playing for the healing game. And it's quite unusual for Yudu gang to actually do that. But if he march forward, he could be 3 points for the others. But look at his battle. Have been knocked down by Ernie. Tom as well, been knocked down by Ernie. And now look at his RRQ Athena. They're going to march in here. They're going to find a way into the safe zone. But they need to fight off their opponents right from him. And now Box Gaming, they have the warehouse to their use at this point. Yudu gang will be out at 6th place. And RRQ Athena, they are still fighting against V Gaming.
Everybody squeezing into a very small circle. 5 team, 12 players there. Aura Rose is his last survival for Aura. But Box Gaming not down yet. F1 taking down on D2E. RQ thought they are winning. But now they got pinned down by the warehouse firepower. VGM, stay put and stay low. We have one more team here approaching. Aura Roses finished off by Box Chopper. Down to 4 teams here. And now we're talking about the ones that actually are holding a warehouse. Will they get favored by the circle? Apparently not. RRQ got the circle instead.
Woo! RRQ got the circle! There you go. Without D2E, but they have the circle. That's the trade-off that they need to have. And now, this is V Gaming with only 2 team members left. Arrow Wolf out at 4th place, but it's still 4th place for them. Somehow, Box Gaming, they still have an entire squad. Now, Chua managed to take down Beer, but then again, Box Gaming, they are waiting for the right moment. They are not making those big moves, but then again, the zone! Chua will need to move by his movement. Oh, out in the open, taken out by G9, and winner, chicken dinner, is given to Box Gaming!
Box Gaming fighting! That's what they say, Box Gaming! The Vietnamese, finally, the world caliber